A man's personality and character is exuded through his haircut. Your image is important. Our high-end services range from a traditional haircut and shave to gray blending, beard shaping, and unwanted hair removal. Located at 425 Victoria Avenue East. Book your appointment online now at modernmen.ca or call Tammy, 306-522-4111. Modern Men, a haircut for the modern man.
Hello, I'm Sean McNall, owner of TG Marketing. We are a promotional product company located in Regina, Saskatchewan. Originally founded by Tom G. McNall in 1985, we are now in our 35th year of business. My brother Ryan and I, along with our great staff, have carried the torch since Tom retired in 2011. For those of you who don't know what we do, we sell items with a company's logo on it, like clothing, pens, phone chargers, Bluetooth speakers. The list of products available is endless. Our products are a great form of advertising. Whether you want to give a gift to a valued client or show your appreciation to your staff, we have a friendly team that can help find the right product for your needs. The key to our success has been our customer service and our vast knowledge of products in our industry. We ask the right questions to get you in line with the proper product for the project you are working on. Stop by 1046 Winnipeg Street and view our showroom. Get some ideas for that next promotion you're working on. Let's make your business what everyone's talking about.
Now, here's the final 7 names. The Evergreens, the Eagles, the Elkhounds, the Eclipse, the Elk, the Evergolds, and the Elements.
How about that?
Some of those are just ruby red rotten. The Evergreens? Really? We make jokes about DBs that are Evergreens. It's the Elk. End of story.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Good morning, Canada. Very big day. Welcome to CFL Free Agent Frenzy here on the old RP Show. Don't mind me. I'm just sharing the feed here.
You're having trouble sharing the feed.
Every
single day.
Someone's
been messing with my headphones.
Who was in here using your headphones?
I don't know. They were just all tangled up.
Free agency is underway. It is now 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, where we reside out here in the sweatpants capital. And I say hello to all CFL fans, plus hockey fans, and just whoever's tuned in. Thank you for making us part of your day. RP here, Darren Moose DuPont there, and Andre the Moose here in the bunker.
Yep, Andre stays.
Yes.
Tom's gone. Andre stays.
You might wonder why we've got NHL guests lined up today, and we've got 2 guys that I absolutely love. Matthew Barnaby in hour 1 and Brent Sopel in hour 2. 2 guys that have become good friends of mine, really good friends of mine. We've got things to talk about in hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Plus CFL free agency. So that's what's happening for the 2 hours ahead. Now, please hit it, Jordan, if you don't mind. Please and thank you for the quick 6 show topics. I'll get to your comments as much as I can, but I'll remind you that viewer takeover is really for the last 2 segments of the program. This is the warm-up here. I talked to the Four Seasons today, by the way.
How was George?
Georgie's great, and he said, we're no longer your home for the NFL. Can we say you're home for the NHL and UFC? I said, done. And for you, agreeing with my dear mother that you couldn't live in the sunny South because you need 4 seasons, how's that working out for you today? How's that working out?
That's why I set it to 80 degrees in here, and away we go.
You still thinking you want the 4 seasons?
I want the change of the seasons, and then I want to leave, right?
You want it the way you want it.
I want it the way I want it.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. These people are writing in with their own topics. You people, hang on. These are mine. Number one, CFL free agency day today. And listen, everybody told me they're going to be watching today. I'm just going to give you my perspective of what's gone on in the last week. Really, the biggest headlines were last week, right? When Ottawa and Toronto switched quarterbacks in a bizarre game of musical chairs. The Riders cut Charleston Hughes. He signs with the Argos less than 24 hours later. That's not to say that there weren't any big names left. And as of minutes ago, teams can start now announcing signings. But I've been talking to a lot of people, Darren, in the league, and here was the thing. I'm like, when can I announce what I know? When can I announce this? And they're like, well, wait till after the deadline. We don't want to get teams in trouble. We don't want to make the league look bad. We don't want this. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. And then at 11:15 Eastern, Dave Naylor's tweeting that he's expecting the Riders to announce Micah Johnson. I'm like, well, that's not cool. That's not what we'd all agreed to. Now, Naylor wasn't in our little circle text here, but I texted one of my guys. I said, F it. I'm going with it. Evan Johnson and Micah Johnson are coming to the Riders. And then the dam broke. And then it was, well,
might as well send them all out.
Another guy tweeted that Larry Dean's coming. Or actually, he said middle linebacker with the initials LD, like moments later. So, well, that's Larry Dean. Heard that. Okay, tweeted that. And the Herdman twins. That's all what's going on in Saskatchewan. So basically, all hell's broken loose in the CFL in a good way. This is the way it's supposed to go down.
Yeah.
The bell rings, the market's open, and away we go. The only thing is that teams had agreed to terms with some players ahead of today's deadline. It happens every year. There's nothing untoward about it. It's not shady either. It's just the way they've always done business. I'm not sure I don't even know what the rule states what you're allowed to do or not to do. You know who screwed it up for everybody was Ed Hervey and the Eskimos years ago. Not that many years ago, but they announced right after the deadline that they'd signed Odell Willis, and they got fined $10,000.
Yeah.
We don't want one of those situations, but the people are going to be writing in with their comments. We're going to try and stay on top of it. There's the hashtag CFLFA, and away we go. So it's an exciting day. What's your take on CFL free agency?
It is exciting. You know what? And it feels good to have that sense of normalcy back.
Yeah.
That's what feels good. You know, we've seen all the movement in the last couple of weeks. The schedule got released, and now we're getting free agency, and this feels normal. So at least for a day, forget about Randy Ambrosie, forget about the pandemic, forget about if the season's going to start on time. This is normal. Enjoy free agency because all the actions, everything happening today is the same as it would any other year, which leads you to be very optimistic and hopeful that we'll have a 2021 season.
It certainly looks that way.
Yeah.
So we've set sail, and as free agent news comes in today, we'll deliver it to you, but it's not the only thing going on. Point two, Justin Dunk's going to write about this later on in the week. I was talking to Dunk, and that is he thinks the CFL free agency should be moved because it's basically always been the Tuesday after Super Bowl. He thinks that it gets lost a little bit in the awash of Super Bowl. I don't agree. We're on top of what's going on. He clearly is on top of what's going on. CFL fans are on top of what's going on. I don't think they need to move it past the first Tuesday or move it from the first Tuesday after Super Bowl. I think the CFL goes through enough change and it's hard enough to keep track of what they're doing. I don't think it should be changed at all. How about you?
Yeah, I'm okay with it. You know, if you're going to move it a week, maybe just a little more time, let the CFL or the NFL buzz die down. But yesterday, I mean, the conversation now goes like this. We were talking about this yesterday, you know, the morning after our show, you know, talking about the Super Bowl. But now with the conversation happening instantly on social media, you've digested, you've done all the deep dives, you've had all the conversation on the Super Bowl by midnight on Sunday, by the end of the game. So you're ready to turn the page on Monday. Tuesday, it's like the Super Bowl was an eternity ago. This is a great day.
From the viewers, Jeff, the Stamps fan, says, no one big. Huff has already stated this. Jeff in Winnipeg pointing out Marty Schottenheimer's passed away. That sucks. Huge NFL name there. Carlos, I saw in Indianapolis saying, so can we expect breaking news today? Yes, that's what we're going to do today. Stay on the air here for 2 hours and bring you breaking CFL free agency news. Tame Welker saying, I'm so excited. He says, I have a question. Can you keep your eyes on? Ask the question, Tame. We'll answer it as well as we can. Just remember, this is not the viewer takeover segment here right now. It is the warm-up. I'm trying to get you warmed up. Moving on to point 3. Monday NHL leftovers. Here are mine. Number 1, Mike Smith, 27 saves and the W. Thank you. See you later. Oilers win in Ottawa. Wouldn't it be great if they could play Ottawa 57 times? Number 2, people are laughing at Patrick Laine's benching. I'm saying, hang on. Pierre-Luc Dubois has not played a game yet. Maybe Maurice is going to staple his ass to the bench a week into his time. So hang on. Don't be laughing yet. Point 3, bravo Leafs. Number 1 in the NHL. Point 4 of the leftovers brought to you by Tupperware. What's with the blackouts when I have NHL center ice? I don't understand. You were watching the Leafs last night. Were you streaming it somewhere illegally?
No, I had.
Why couldn't I get it?
I don't know. I had it on Sportsnet Pacific. Don't tell the cable provider, but for whatever reason, it came through on Sportsnet Pacific. I don't know.
Regular cable.
In HD, regular cable. I clicked on it. I was expecting. I'm like, oh wait, is this going to be blacked out?
Oh,
it's not.
Okay.
It's like when you're 18, 19, just move away to college, and you get like on Friends, right? They got the porn channel. This is a mistake. Nobody touched the remote.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It's the same kind of deal.
That's just dumb because we could spend 2 hours sorting out the blackout situation, but I'm surfing through center ice last night. Where's the Leafs? Where's the Leafs? Where's the Leafs? Which I've never personally said in my life. I've got the Oilers on 540, Sportsnet West. That's good. But I wanted to check in on the Leafs game, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, I'm paying for this. It hasn't quite been explained to me why I buy a package for every NHL game and then I don't get every NHL game. It makes no sense to me. I can now see why people are ticked off.
Yeah.
If I couldn't see my team, I'd be upset. But somebody wrote me this morning and said, what specifically were you talking about, Rod? And I said, well, the Coyotes Blues on the weekend. It was the only game Saturday afternoon. And I'm like, why am I blacked out of that? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But anyways, and point 5, who gets fired first, Travis Green or Jim Benning? And that's what I'm very excited to talk to Brent Sopel about when he joins us in hour 2, the Vancouver Canucks alum. You saw his tweet yesterday where he said the players are quitting on the GM in Vancouver. They haven't quit on the coach. They've quit on the GM. You don't see that. That's very rare. But Sopel would know.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know what he knows.
Very rare. I'm really curious to hear what he has to say about that. Definitely.
Kelly Bale says, call me about a jailbroken Fire Stick. No, my Fire Stick's on the fritz. I had to text the guy that I got it from. I'm like, it's down right now. What's the problem? He says it'll be back up in 15 minutes. So it's just like those illegal satellite dishes 20 years ago. They were great when they worked, right?
Yep.
Anyways, Tame asked if Cameron Judge will be back with the Rough Riders, and the answer to that is no. And what I've been told is he's going to either the BC Lions or the Toronto Argonauts. They might have announced it by now. Clark, you let me know, please, on the monitor in front of me as what teams announce, if you don't mind. But again, the Riders today, Johnson & Johnson, Micah Johnson, Evan Johnson, Larry Dean, the Herdman twins. What was that show back in the day? Was it the Edison twins? Are you old enough to remember that on CBC?
No.
Life with the Edison twins. Well, the Herdman twins are coming to Saskatchewan. And whatever news, you let me know. What other news? Point 4, Raptors won last night at Memphis in the Grindhouse. Was it 128-113? Yeah. Nick Nurse got kicked out of the game, and the Raptors got better after that. They love that guy.
Oh, yeah. He is an ultimate motivator for them. And maybe you need something like this, right? The garbage can in the locker room destroying moment, right? To turn your season around. Maybe this is it. He gets fired up, kicked out, and the team rallies. I like it.
Raptors winning. They're on a roll. We the North. Point 5. Did you see Gronk at Disney World? It was depressing. There was nobody there.
I know.
Why even do it? What are you advertising Disney World for? Is it even open? He was playing lightsabers with that little kid.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And the kid looked like he had won a contest, or maybe it was a Make-A-Wish thing or something like that. So the kid got in, but it's like you can't go on any rides. It was depressing.
It'd be awfully boring and dull. It'd be like, this, what am I doing?
Now, having said that, I would go to Disney World even if it was empty. As a matter of fact, I'd rather go to Disney World if it was empty. Now that I think about it.
Have the place to yourself. As long as everything's open and you can go on all the rides and play all the games and eat all the food.
I guess it wasn't that depressing. It just didn't look like they were having that much fun.
Yeah.
That's all. But the food is great at Disney World. They've got a wonderful Starbucks there. The rides are great. I'll tell you a story one time about Disneyland in Anaheim. We had 3 kids there. And have you known me to be a complainer much?
Not really.
I don't complain.
No.
But our kids, it's hot, right? It's summer, and we've waited all day to get to the front of the line at the Indiana Jones ride, or the this ride, or the that ride. And then the ride breaks down. And finally I said, can I get a manager, man? And the guy's like, what's the problem? I said, I'm paying a lot of money here, $125 US per kid to be here. We're waiting all day in line, and all the rides are broken. And the guy's like, oh, I'm so sorry, man, which I could tell he was. The Fast Pass didn't even matter.
Right.
And he goes, here's like $300 in gift certificates to the restaurant tonight, to the Storytellers Cafe. So we had a big old time. And I said to Cindy, maybe I should complain more. This works great.
What do they say about the squeaky wheel, right?
Gets the grease.
But you don't want to be the squeaky wheel. Nobody likes the squeaky wheel, but it does get the grease.
That's the thing. Just can't do it regularly. This is the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace, your home for the NHL and UFC. And point 6, I had blackouts, so obviously it's on my mind. It was in my NHL leftovers, and now this. It's life, right? It's don't be happy with what you have, bitch about what you don't have. So, yeah, I could have watched the Carolina-Columbus game last night and watched Line A get benched, but damn it, I wanted to watch the Leafs for a minute. I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
So I haven't quite sorted out yet why the blackouts are in effect. And while we wait for CFL news here, and then we'll bring in Matthew Barnaby after the break, can you explain to me why I'm not getting... You have a better handle on this than
I do. The blackouts I definitely have a better handle on, for sure. I mean...
If I'm paying for center ice, why do I not get every game?
If you're paying for center ice, that throws me off a little bit. For me, it would seem... When you pay for center ice, the only games you shouldn't get are the games in your local market, right? Because television still pays. When you pay for center ice, all the ads there's no ads, right? It goes to this commercial screen,
yep.
Right? So when a game's in your market, so the Oiler game should be blacked out on center ice for you. The Oiler game should. The Jets games should. They should be blacked out on center ice because they're in your market and they want you to watch on television in your local market. That's what the ads are there for. They're targeted to you. So maybe I was actually supposed to get the Leafs and Canucks game, and that's why it was blacked out on center ice, because it was actually being aired in our market.
Well, it's just like, do you got to sit around every night and text your buddies? Are you getting this game? Are you getting that game? Like,
I know.
You kind of would like to have it at your fingertips, particularly when you pay
device.
for it.
One device, one area we want to go.
You would think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get to some of the comments from the viewers here. Nelson Hackwood says, and the Reed twins, that's Herdman Reed from SFU, we have replaced our CanCon at that position and then some. That was when I said the Herdman Reed twins are coming to Ryderville. Here's one. You know that Tame Welker I was referring to?
Yeah.
He says, I need to get on this show. I can't believe the amount of people that are trying to get on this show. That's new to me. I never had that on my past shows. I don't know why that is. I don't know under what circumstance or how it would happen that we just open the doors to whoever wants to come on. Guess what? I'd like to be on Dr. Phil. Not happening.
Yeah, not happening.
So we can't just open the door to whoever wants to come on. Is Barney online yet? Okay, we're going to take a break. We're going to talk some hockey next. It is CFL free agency day. A lot of things happening, but we're going to talk some NHL because we got a lot to get to with Barney next. You're watching the RP Show across 10 provinces and 31 states on the Game Plus TV network. Live daily on YouTube and Facebook, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 Ford F-150 Explorer or 2020 Ford Escape and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of thoroughly inspected pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
Look like the pros. Shop Ultimate Fan Zone. NHL, NFL, MLB, CFL, NBA, and more. We have something for every sports fan. Autographed jerseys, prints, jersey stitching, custom framing, and collectibles. UFZ is your one-stop sports store offering fans official team gear. Check out Saskatchewan's Man Cave Corner on River and Main, downtown Moose Jaw, or visit us online at ultimatefanzone.ca. Built by fans for the fans.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say. And I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
Hey, it's Warren Dean. I understand more than anyone how changing weather affects your day, and that's no different for your vehicle. That's why I look to the experts at Suds Full Service Car Wash. They have a wide range of exterior washes, including Lava Shield with Towel Dry. Looking good, Natalie and Kirby. And don't forget their famous Suds Ultimate. Thoroughly cleans the interior of your car. Open Monday to Saturday. No appointment necessary. Head to Suds Full Service Car Wash today, where they treat you like family.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live. Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome back, everybody. We are finally before a live studio audience. They're stuffed toys, mind you, but it's a live studio audience. Hey, socially distanced here. Hey, so here's the news. It is CFL free agency day. The Riders have signed Johnson & Johnson, offensive lineman Evan Johnson, defensive lineman Micah Johnson, middle linebacker Larry Dean, and the Herdman Reed twins. We're hearing the Montreal Alouettes have signed Nick Usher, Almondo Sewell, and Ciante Evans going back to the Montreal Alouettes. We're awaiting an announcement on Cam Judge. I'm told do not expect him to be back in Riderville, that he'll be signing with either the BC Lions or the Toronto Argonauts. But we're going to talk hockey now because we are in the thick of perhaps the most exciting NHL regular season ever. And our good friend Matthew Barnaby joins us from the nation's capital. Let's bring in Barney from Bet99. How you doing, Barney?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
Fantastic. Listen, when you wrote me this morning and said, whatever would we talk about, I know you were tongue-in-cheek there. Like, when you were thinking that, what's the number one thing on your mind right now in the National Hockey League?
Well, there's so many great storylines. I mean, I absolutely love the All-Canadian division, the North Division, so it's been awesome that way. But you have to look at Columbus. You have to look at the big trade. Dubois wanted out of Columbus. Laine wanted out of Winnipeg. They both got their wish. And Laine is one of those players that you're going to love what he brings you. He can score goals. He had 3 in his first 3 games there. But there's times that you're going to struggle with his commitment defensively and sometimes his work ethic. Having said that, there's only so many guys that can score 40 goals in the National Hockey League. And I guarantee with the benching that just happened yesterday, hopefully they're able to resolve that. I know John Tortorella very, very well. I played with him as a 19-year-old. He was an assistant coach with the Buffalo Sabres when I was there. And then I played with him later on in my career in Tampa Bay when I was 29, 30 years old. He wears on you. He's tough. He demands 100%, which every coach should. But I truly believe in the year that we are in 2021, you can't coach each player the exact same way. There's different dynamics. They're coming from, I think we have to realize that they come from different backgrounds. Obviously, language barriers, all that plays into it. If they don't figure it out with Patrick Laine, I guarantee Patrick Laine wins this battle. Tortorella will not win it after trading Pierre-Luc Dubois for him. So, Torts, you better figure this out or you're going to be on the way out.
Barney, I can't remember if it was you. I thought it was you. Did you not say you had him with the Rangers? Somebody told me they had him with the Rangers. He was an assistant coach there, but Torts, that is. And they loved him because he was so straight up. He didn't play head games. So I guess, yeah, you kind of said it. Not every guy responds to the same style, right?
And you know what? I've always said, you want every guy to have the same rules. Having said that, I've coached at the youth level. I've coached in the OHL. You just can't. You have to give leeway to certain guys. Work ethic is one thing that should be demanded. And I'm not one of those. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone, we're all great. Everything's good. It's always the teacher's fault. No, I'm not saying that. And I get the work ethic when we see it with Patrick Laine. I'm just saying 4 games in to start benching him, that's where you start to lose guys. And Torts isn't a bad guy. I don't dislike Torts. I like him away from the ring. He just can wear on guys, certain guys, when he treats everyone the exact same and doesn't give leeway to certain guys. So it's a tough thing for some players to play with. I didn't love playing for John Tortorella. Now, having said that, I'm a little biased. He didn't like me as a player. So why are you going to like him as a coach? But I do like John Tortorella away from the ring.
But here's the thing, Barty, because, I spent 17 years in the Western Hockey League, and I remember having discussions at the front of the bus. We had skilled guys, and the coaches were just pulling their hair out. He won't play defense. He won't play back check. And I'm like, yeah, but your 16 other grinders can't raise the puck off the ice. Like, you got to have some guys with skill. And it's just not every coach agrees with that, man. You got to play 200 feet every guy, I guess.
Listen, Dave Tippett is my favorite coach. Take away Ted Nolan, but the best X's and O guy I ever played for in the National Hockey League is Dave Tippett. And he has a great job, and I think he's learned as well. He's an old school guy. It has to be defense first. But do you see Draisaitl? Do you see McDavid getting benched if they maybe aren't 100% on the back check or committed D-zone? No, because they bring something that the other guys just can't bring to the table. You don't coach Draisaitl and McDavid the same way that you're going to coach Cassidy. That's just the reality of it is. And as a player now, having evolved, I totally understand it.
Why Tippett's asking him to do it, you mean? Like, was it Don Cherry who said first, asking them to play defense would be like having Secretariat pull the Budweiser wagon? Like, are you saying they should have to play defense or not?
No, I mean, you have to play defense. You can't just be, oblivious to your D-zone or back checking. Yes, but are there times when guys play, and we saw them play over 5 minutes the other night, are there times that your top stars aren't going to be the best defensively? Yeah, that's the reality. If they were the best defensively and the best offensively, well, I haven't seen quite that many players. Maybe Patrice Bergeron is one of those guys, but he's not the best offensively. The best offensive guys I've ever played with, Pavel Bure, Mark Messier, Pat LaFontaine, they worked defensively, but they were thinking offense every single time. And that's just the way stars are, and different personalities. Again, learning how to get the best out of each personality is equally as important as being a great tactician, what John Tortorella is.
There you go. So it's like, just try playing defense. Just try. Just commit to it is kind of what you're saying. James in Morden, Manitoba says, poor Patty. He's talking about Line A. He didn't know what he was getting into. Torts will be gone in a year. I don't know about that, but that's enough on that. Let's move on. I assume you watched the Sens game last night. I'm watching the Oilers, and 5 minutes in, fight after fight, it was like the 90s. I knew it wasn't going to continue, but dang, it was fun. What caused that?
Yeah, it was a couple good ones. Couple good ones going at it, and some big boys. Obviously, Kajian and Branson going at it, and obviously Austin Watson sticking up, trying to make a name for himself in Ottawa. So yeah, it was a good start to the game. Ottawa had a little bit of life. It's the first time all year. I'm in the betting world. You don't see too many under-overs set at 7 before the game. So I hope anyone that was betting out there took the under, took my advice, because to go over 7 is pretty damn tough. You got to score 8 goals. That's a lot. But I thought it was a good game by the Ottawa Senators. Obviously, the Edmonton Oilers find a way. Draisaitl has a big game, and now they're back at it again tonight. But very entertaining game.
It was. I sprinkle in comments, Barney, as we go. Shane McGowan's in Winnipeg. He's a mental coach there. He says, Patrick is a guy who needs to not take it personal, as he takes criticism hard, and until he realizes Torts wants to bring out the best in him, but not sure he can. That's a double-edged sword, man. And you, Barney, the people that watch this show are sports people. They get it. A guy that takes it personal is a guy that cares, right? That you kind of want that, don't you?
I've played with guys that just didn't bother them. And those aren't guys you want. If you get benched and it doesn't bother you, you're in the wrong profession. Everyone gets hurt feelings. Now, I think there's a part of it where you have to self-reflect, and Liney has to self-reflect and say, okay, this is why I got benched. And I hope Torts, because I've seen in the past, he's not great at communicating in a positive way. He's a very smart guy. He's very upfront. He doesn't play any games. Hey, he told me, Matthew, I don't think you're fast enough to play in the National Hockey League anymore. Great. You're honest with me. We all want honesty. I said, Torts, trade me to the New York Rangers. I had 3 of my best years. And when I scored against Tampa Bay, every single time, don't think I gave it a wave or a look or a verbal sign and some words towards John Tortorella, because we're proud people. The thing is, Patrick Laine is either going to thrive under John Tortorella, or John Tortorella is not going to be there. They didn't trade Dubois to bring in a star in Laine. He's going to get his way when it comes to the end.
Wow. Greg Klevgard watching. He says, honest, straightforward info from Barnaby. Good stuff. Ivan Diablo's written in. He says, too bad. Or he said, no more Brady talk. It's Tuesday, man. We're moving on. No grass grows under our feet, Barney. As you know, I do want to wind this up with some NFL talk and betting. I do, but I'm not done. You don't get Matthew Barnaby every day, folks. It's what we're going to talk about with Barney. You know, all those points that I made. Oh, Vancouver. Did you see Sopel tweeted that those players have quit on the GM, not the coach? You don't see that happen very often. So what's happening in Vancouver?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I've really enjoyed the last couple games. I know Justin Bailey, who just got inserted in the lineup a couple games ago, played very, very well last night. Actually got robbed on that 2-on-1, so hopefully he stays up. Been watching Vancouver closely. They don't defend well. I think it is on betting. I really like Travis Green, the person, the coach. But the biggest mistake they made was letting Markstrom go. You just can't let your MVP of 2 years, maybe term was a little bit too long, but you have to have seen what he did for your franchise the last couple of years. And with a young group, you need that big save. I think Thatcher Demko can be a good goalie in the league. I don't think we can take what he did in the playoffs and say, okay, now we found our starter. Obviously, you bring in Holtby that has struggled the last couple of years, but I think the big mistake with that team was letting Markstrom go. And then you see Benning also doesn't come up with the money to sign Tyler Toffoli. So everything that he didn't touch or bring back, has been incredible going the other way. So a tough ride for Vancouver. They just looked out of sorts. They played really well, I thought, last night. Found a way to lose again. But this is a very, very fragile team right now.
So questions coming in. They love you, Barney. From James in Manitoba. He says, did Matthew play with Ducky? Did you cross time in Buffalo with Dale Hawerchuk? You did?
Yeah. I was there my first year. Then we ended up trading him to Philadelphia. But what a great man. You don't meet a combination of great player, great person, and a guy more eager after all he's accomplished in his career, even at that time, to help young guys. So he's one of the few guys that my nickname coming out of junior was Killer. Not because I killed guys, more because of the slap shot that I got killed, but I had the nickname Killer, and he was one of the very few that called me Killer. Him and Randy Moeller, who's a play-by-play guy and does color analyst for the Florida Panthers. But Ducky was just a super, super human being, and we're a worse place with him not being in here. And having had a chance to coach against him in the OHL, we'd reminisce a lot. He loved to play poker. He loved to play golf, and just a terrific family man that's sorely missed.
Oh, man, are we getting somewhere, Barney? We'd only have a few minutes left, but Jamie in Halifax watching says, isn't Stützle surprising everyone and will be in the Calder Cup nominations? Do you think the Rangers are rethinking Alexis Lafreniere, or way too early for that?
I think it's way, way too early. I think Lafreniere is going to be a heck of a player. I think Byfield's going to be the heir apparent to an Anze Kopitar. Remember, he's a year younger, but I don't know if Stützle is surprising anyone. I think anyone that's watched him in the World Juniors, he's an electrifying talent. He reminds me a lot of the likes of a Sergei Fedorov, and I'm not saying Hall of Fame right now. Don't put those in my bed. Just reminiscent of the way that he skates. And Patrick Kane, very deceptive. I think out of the three, he is going to put up the most points when it's all said and done. Out of the three of those guys win their career, he's been a bright spot. All the young guys for Ottawa have been a bright spot. Josh Norris has played great. Tkachuk has played great. Brandstrom coming up now, who is now hurt, has played very well. But Tim Stützle is going to be a star in this league.
Barney, just lastly, I'd like to get into Super Bowl, but we're almost out of time, and I want to promote what you're into now. I'm trying to find your tweet this morning. To me, find Matthew Barnaby on Twitter. Follow him because you're doing some unreal things with Bet99, and actually you're doing well. What's your secret with betting tips and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, betting's fun. I always say betting just enhances the game, and I'm fortunate enough to work with a great company in Bet99 out of Canada. So anyone that's looking for a place to, enhance their experience and put bets in, it's just great spot with great odds. To me, it's obviously it's studying the games, it's studying the trends. Well, we could take, Edmonton, Ottawa tonight, under 6.5. I like the under. I also like Edmonton on the money line. It's just watching the games, trying to not only decide who's going to win, because, you pick the favorites all day long. You won't make money that way, but it's almost like blackjack, I say. Progressive betting. When you're going bad, don't double up your bets. Because to say you can't lose 10, 11, 12 in a row, you can. But you can also parlay your good times, your good rolls, just like when you're betting 21, playing blackjack, go up a little bit and capitalize on those rolls that you may have. Most people go the opposite. They lose 2 or 3 games in a row and, oh my God, I'm betting the house on it. No, when you're going good, that's when you up your bets, and that's the way you make money.
So there it is. You've gained 20,000 more followers on Twitter since that last I looked, so things are going well. Follow him on Twitter at Matt Barnaby 3636. He's got his betting advice there, and I'm glad it's going well, my man. You rock. Let's do it again soon. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Keep up the great work. I watch you on TV every single day. Keep up the awesome work, and keeping Saski proud out there.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Matthew Barnaby. And a big reason for that is because of guys like him. Love that guy. And Brent Sopel, another tremendous guy coming up next hour. We do have to break. It is CFL free agency day, and we got a lot of news coming down the pipe. So hang on. plus a sports update coming up. It's the RP Show, Game Plus TV Network, Facebook and YouTube Live, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. While the world seems to be facing one challenge after another, our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise.
Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service, Rockstar Supply Chain Solution is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience. Find us at ddgregina.com.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 Ford F-150 Explorer or 2020 Ford Escape and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of thoroughly inspected pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
Did you know you can catch all the best moments from the show on all our social media platforms? Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Things are evolving as we roll here on the air today, and it has to do with sports talk radio in Canada. So I'm going to get to the sports update in a moment. Reading viewership comments here, too. Tom Geiger says, last few shows, now a Barnaby fan. So informative and entertaining. Can't wait to see the two of you on the sports banquet circuit. Oh, man. You should have seen us in Carlisle, Sask. Me and Barney were fine. The third guy, we had to haul out of there by a headlock. Dragged him out of there like a steer.
Oh, man.
He was the third speaker. But I'm happy to say that Barney and I were fine. But anyway, seriously, sports talk radio in Canada has been, an earthquake has gone off. A bomb. And I guess Dustin Nielsen, TSN Edmonton, 1260 Radio, has tweeted or something. Clark was saying that we survived. Oh, it was a text. Okay, he didn't put it on Twitter. Okay, they survived. It's like TSN 1260 marked safe from latest round of bell cuts. Darren, it's TSN 1040 Vancouver. From what we understand, this is evolving as we're on the air here today.
By the minute.
Wiped off the map. TSN 1040 Vancouver, TSN 1150 Hamilton for sure.
1150 in Hamilton is now BNN Bloomberg. Like it's and it's mirrored another channel, so it's already flipped. I've talked to people in Winnipeg. It's like, oh my God, I'm listening to The Weekend on TSN 1290 in Winnipeg. Like it is flipped already. No release, no next week, no swan song, no retirement trail. Gone, done, finished. Like
didn't tell anybody it was coming.
No.
That is cruel, man. If you thought O'Toole went off on Bell, hang on. There might be some people really letting him. I mean, I guess they're sitting there going, how do you do it? I don't know how you do it. I just told these guys in the break, we better all get down and kiss the floor here because of what we're doing streaming here. And, we'll get back to CFL free agency. But as far as just consider it from our industry, a whole whack of our friends lost their jobs today.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel very good.
And didn't see it coming.
Yeah, didn't see it coming.
That's trauma.
Doesn't make you feel very good, and it's a dark day.
Well, and guys, would you mind putting up the comment from Nelson? Oh, it's there. It's right in front of me from our VP of Sim Events, Nelson Hackowitz. The loss of TSN Radio in Hamilton is a massive blow to CFL coverage in the East. Marsh and Mello loved talking Canadian football from U Sport to CFL. That's the other thing. I mean, you can sit and look at how does it affect me. If you're the CFL, it affects them mightily. You're talking about an all-sports radio station in Winnipeg and Hamilton, both going belly up. This is not good for the CFL at all.
No.
So anyways, let me jump into a sports update, and then we'll kick around more of the CFL free agency news and get out of here for hour one. But Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl helped keep the Edmonton offense ticking over, each extending their point streak to 10 straight games. But the Oilers profited from a team effort in a hard-fought 3-1 victory over the Ottawa Senators at Canadian Tire Centre last night. Mike Smith in his debut of the season, 27 saves for the Oil. Austin Matthews and Alexander Kerfoot scored in an 11-second span in the third period, and the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Vancouver Canucks 3-1 at Scotiabank Arena. Matthews' goal proved to be the winner and extended his career-best goal streak to 8 games now. Fred Van Vliet and Spicy P each scored 32 points, and the Raptors put together a second-half rally to beat the Memphis Grizzlies 128-113. Norman Powell added 29 for the Raptors, who began their rally after the ejection of coach Nick Nurse in the third quarter. Toronto outscored Memphis 65-43 in the second half at the Grindhouse. Chris Middleton had 29 points and a career-high 12 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 30 points. And the Milwaukee Bucks won their 5th straight game by beating the Denver Nuggets 125-112. And the St. Louis Cardinals are bringing back catcher Yadier Molina for an 18th season, agreeing to a $9 million U.S. one-year deal with the 9-time Gold Glove winner. The 9-time All-Star and 2-time World Series champion has appeared in 2,025 games for St. Louis since breaking into the majors in 2004. This sports update for Ballers Rec Room that can handle all your food and fun needs. Visit their website at ballersrecroom.com. And for Red Bull Canada, Red Bull gives you wings. Viewer takeover when we come back. I'm not seeing an avalanche of CFL news yet. The Alouettes are signing some guys. I guess, thanks, Clark, that Patrick Levels, linebacker, is signed with the Alouettes. The Argonauts have signed running back John White, but it's a slow start to CFL free agency today. We're 46 minutes in. We'll cover it all, and we'll talk a little bit about more job loss, massive cuts, Bell Media today across the TSN radio circuit. It's not good, and when we're talking about stations that have survived and those that didn't, from what I'm piecing together here, if you're making money, you survived as a station.
Yeah, of course.
If you are sucking money, if you're the Titanic, you flipped to music or Bloomberg radio today. That's the bottom line. So viewer takeover is next. You're watching the RP Show, coast to coast across all 10 provinces and 31 states on the Game Plus TV network, live daily on Facebook and YouTube, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
This right here is time well spent. Why not pour yourself a smooth Saskatchewan-made Original 16? Warm up to the opportunity to seize the day.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
He's covering everything that matters to you. It's the Rod Pedersen Show. Tune in live Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to noon to catch the show live and be a part of the action. Take control by commenting live and sharing the show with your friends. Send us your opinions now. We won't victimize you unless you really deserve it. Now, back to your host, Rod Pedersen.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the viewer takeover segment. We got lots of time for it and a lot of topics on the table. Again, it would appear to me to be a somewhat slow start to free agency. Clark, if you can put whatever you know up on the monitor here, here's what I'm hearing. And we mentioned this morning, and I reported Micah Johnson and Evan Johnson to the Rough Riders because Naylor was putting it out first. I thought we were supposed to wait. So I put it out there, and then I mentioned Larry Dean and the Herdman-Reed twins coming to Saskatchewan. Clark has mentioned that the Edmonton football team has signed linebacker Kevin Brown. The Herdman-Reed twins is mentioned to the Riders. So we got a whole other hour on the air here today. And Darren says we may end up extending that. Who knows in the weeks and months ahead. But we got a lot to get to. Saskatchewan Roughriders very active today on day one of free agency. But people are talking about it's coming into focus here. Bell Media has gashed all sports radio stations without warning or notice to the staff in Hamilton, Winnipeg, and Vancouver. And anonymous texter from the 741 writes in, that's the Swift Current area. Hey, Rod, it wouldn't be a good feeling. We know that you experience it. It's not a good day for the broadcasting brotherhood. I can't say it any better than that.
Yeah.
Shoot, I've been sitting here popping off. What do you have to say about 3 all-sports radio stations in this country getting wiped off the map?
I mean, on the spot, it's tough because, you know, I have a 360-degree view of it. I always try and keep that. So I look at it from the business side. If you're not making money, it's foolish to keep operating, and especially if you're not investing to grow, right? Or to reinvent yourself. But, I mean, I just tweeted it out. I mean, zero notice when you drop that bomb. It's harsh. It's cold. You know, and it is a blow. It's a blow to all the sports teams and a bit of a wake-up call to all the amateur sports teams, all the pro sports teams. Look at guys, and you've been banging on this drum for a long time. We better work together. This isn't 300 million people in the USA where it's still highly competitive. It's 30 million, and in some provinces, 1 million, right, or less. And in other markets, we better work together. So, you know, with the amount of choices digitally and everything else, you better make sure your content is everywhere. So you better
be good.
You better work with all your partners. We're in this world where just because you have the rights, if you don't have the broadcast rights to your team, you feel like you shouldn't talk about that team. Well, we need everybody.
Jeff in Winnipeg, Jeff Kabila says, it's true. Losing the Jets games may have been the backbreaker. Jeff, the Stampeders fan, a layoff is the biggest gut punch there is. I disagree. As a guy that's taken many gut punches, it's not the worst. You're still alive. Nelson makes up a good point. The Lions and Ticats need to find new broadcast partners. What the hell are they going to do? I'm not going to sit here all day and talk about what their plans will be. We were saying it in the break. Maybe they go back to their old radio stations. Maybe they go to Twitch. Maybe they go digital. A lot of teams have. This isn't just about media today, folks. It's for sports altogether. This is a very dark day for sports. And I saw somebody write in and say, did COVID cause this? No, it just exposed it. I mean, I got contacts in this sports media game that go very deep and way back for years. These stations, like I said, have been hemorrhaging money for a long time. Yeah, COVID just exposed it, but it wasn't good, right? You know That's that right. As well as I know that.
Yeah.
Where is the comment from Conrad? I'll have to paraphrase it. Conrad Salipka says, TSN 1290 had no sports to broadcast. Didn't have Bombers, Jets, Gold Eyes, or even the WHL Ice. Can't just give reaction to games. Actually, you can if you do it right, because in my travels, I always turn on the sports talk radio in whatever major American market I'm in, and there's a station in Tampa. I've told you about it.
Yeah.
And it says the official, unofficial voice of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They don't have any rights. And all they do is sit all day, every day, and just let it rock with their thoughts on the Bucs, the Lightning, and the Rays. Right? Because when you are the rights holder, you're bound by the executives of the team that you better say what we want you to say. You better not make us look bad.
What do you think we're doing every day?
Well, so we're doing that. If we don't have rights, and we're doing just fine. We're growing hand over fist. So, anyways, tons and tons of comments coming in. We'll carry this over into hour two. And speaking of, what did people just say? They loved Matthew Barnaby's take on the NHL. I can't wait to get Brent Sopel's take on the Vancouver Canucks. You're not going to hear that on TSN 1040 Vancouver, or you wouldn't have. I know guys that have been fired at that station for saying the way it is. So anyway, Sopel next hour, the Quick Six, and all the latest news in CFL free agency. Stick around after the break. Game Plus and your favorite digital platform.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
Hey, it's Warren Dean. I understand more than anyone how changing weather affects your day, and that's no different for your vehicle. That's why I look to the experts at Suds Full Service Car Wash. They have a wide range of exterior washes, including Lava Shield with Towel Dry. Looking good, Natalie and Kirby. And don't forget their famous Suds Ultimate. Thoroughly cleans the interior of your car. Open Monday to Saturday. No appointment necessary. Head to Suds Full Service Car Wash today, where they treat you like family.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
Now,
here's the final 7 names: the Evergreens, the Eagles, the Elkhounds, the Eclipse, the Elk, the Evergolds, and the Elements.
How about that?
Some of those are just ruby red rotten. The Evergreens? Really? We make jokes about DBs that are Evergreens. It's the Elk. End of story.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It is, and welcome everybody to the RP Show. What a day, what a day. What a difference an hour makes.
Oh, yeah.
We were going to flight an hour ago for CFL Free Agency Day, and believe me, we're staying on that vein. But bloodshed, if you will, across Canada in Canadian sports media circles. Hamilton, Winnipeg, and Vancouver, all their TSN radio stations wiped off the map today. From what we understand, all their people let go, and that's what everybody's writing in about today. And I apologize. I'm going to try to get to as many of your comments as we can. A lot of our friends affected here. James Henderson in Morden, Manitoba says, I'm glad I found the RP Show because now that 1290 is gone, I'm going to be lost. Nelson Hawerchuk, I was always an advocate for a local station in Regina to go full-time sports. Sort of glad they didn't. He's saying they would have been wiped out today if that was the case. Lot of Winnipeg viewers here. Conrad again. Come on, Rod. You were doing it for 2 hours. 1290 tried to do it for 24 hours, especially when CJOB does it better than TSN. What do you mean? What are we arguing for? I'm on their side, believe me. What are you saying? And the comments coming in. Where is this do from Ivan on YouTube? CFL should go digital and screw the networks. Well, they're going to have to. I don't understand what Conrad's mad about. Do you?
No.
You're going to have to explain yourself, Conrad.
Literally, it was like a SWAT team rolled in and cleared the building. Like the tactical attack that was planned, but nobody knew inside. Like, we're hearing stories of being on the air at 11:57 Eastern.
Some guys were, yeah.
Going to break at the top of the hour saying, we'll be right back. And the dial gets pulled from one station to the other, and you're not on the air. And you go to a commercial break to fill your cup of coffee, and you're surrounded. The Twitter feeds are already disabled for the stations.
Oh, it was a sweep the ledge move here. So, and you know what? By the way, if I can, and that's why people love this show, it's why they love McAfee, it's why they love Spittin' Chicklets, because we speak the truth. Bell's supposed to be a broadcast partner of the Canadian Football League. So at the exact same time free agency opened, they whacked 3 of their radio stations in CFL markets. Bravo, Bell. Because guess what everybody's talking about right now? Not CFL free agency. Well, everybody in our circle, what are the comments that are coming in, Darren? They went from who's going where in the CFL to this. And right?
Yeah. Like the CFL, in terms of things that are on our minds now, has moved to the bottom of the pile. And it'd be really tough to resurface again because it's just not a priority anymore. Like right as free agency happens.
From Caesar, your show, RP and Dupes, will be the flagship of how these will go forward. Radio is dying. From Craig Campbell from the Hockey Hall of Fame, Marshall Ferguson from TSN Hamilton covered Canadian football like no other Toronto area media person. There's no doubt it was in his heart, right? What happens to these guys? Jamie in Halifax says, sad to see Jeff Patterson go from TSN Vancouver Radio. He's been an amazing guest. So forgive me if I may. Forgive me, please, because this is big news. And have I misread that? Bell, you couldn't have waited until tomorrow? Like, do you really care about the Canadian Football League? Like one more kick in the junk to the CFL from their broadcast partner.
Right, supposed to be an ally.
Oh, we don't think about those things. This is all business. Well, maybe you should start thinking about these things. Maybe you wouldn't be in this position.
That would be better business.
Maybe you should think of outside your friggin' office window in downtown Toronto. That might be a start.
But did nobody bring it up? Like nobody around the boardroom table? Because I know when we look at business, it's a one-man band. I get it. Right? There's not a big boardroom here making decisions together, right? No. It's you and it's me. And that's it. I do the stuff of the day and tell you what we're doing. And you show up and tell me what we're talking about. Like, it's one and done. But you'd think somebody around the table would say, is this the right day? What else is going on this day?
Oh, you should. Oh, yeah. But they don't.
No.
I've been in those meetings, by the way. And then I stopped getting invited into those meetings because, Rod, you bring up things we don't want to talk about. Rod, you bring up things we want to sweep under the desk. So you're not invited to our meetings anymore. Wayne in Victoria. Wow, talk about breaking news. This is crazy and sad. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says Calgary has 770 CHQR. Edmonton has Chad. Has their respective CFL radio partners. Local is better. Okay, let's move on to actual sports. Did I hit the Quick Six show topics? If not, please hit it, Jordan. Here in the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace, brought to you by the Four Seasons, your home for the NHL and UFC. It is CFL Free Agency Day, don't you know? And for all the benefit of the new viewers who tuned in and weren't watching an hour ago, I thought we all had a gentleman's agreement that we weren't going to report any of these signings until noon Eastern. And I'll be honest with you, at 11:20 a.m. Eastern, I saw Dave Naylor report that Micah Johnson has signed with the Rough Riders. And not that Naylor wasn't really in our group, but I'm like, Dunk is. And I texted Dunk and I said, F it, I'm going with Evan Johnson and Micah Johnson. Naylor's saying it. And shortly after was tweeting that Larry Dean's coming here and the Herdman Reed twins are coming here. And I'm hearing more players. Everybody's asking about Cameron Judge, and I guess he was going back and forth between the BC Lions and Toronto Argonauts. I don't think there was a deal in the drawer for Cameron Judge that they were waiting to announce, because there has not been an announcement yet. Clark has put it on a screen. Here's the names so far. Linebacker Patrick Levels to the Alouettes. Argos signed running back John White. Edmonton signs linebacker Kevin Brown. Montreal has signed Canadian receiver Natea J. Lions signed running back Shaq Kuber. Defensive lineman Stephen Charles signs with Ottawa. And there were a couple more. Nick Usher has signed with the Alouettes, and Almondo Sewell. So that's so far. And Randy Rath has written in and says, whoa, Riders, big buyers today on free agency. So, yes, they have been. They lost a lot on their defense. They had to shore it up, and I would suggest they have. A lot of people have been writing me, DMing me, Rod, who are the Rider linebackers going to be? And I'm like, oh, man, this is like over the last couple of days. Consider the last game they played. The linebackers were Cam Judge, Solomon Elamimian, and Derek Moncrief. They're all gone. So to sit and predict is a fool's errand, as they say, Darren.
Yeah, it's tough because you don't know what they're thinking, right? And you don't know what the negotiations are behind the scenes. But it does look like, when it comes to Cameron Judge, the writing's on the wall that he's not going to return to Saskatchewan. Then that's a big blow, Yeah, you get some serviceable guys in there, and some really good players. Larry Dean's a really good player. But it's going to be a lot of changes, for sure. And Cameron Judge, I think, holds the cards here. I think that's why he's not rushing. He holds the cards, right? He's a coveted asset. He's a guy who can get in a position where, probably doesn't have to take a big pay cut, can command top dollar because he's young, and he's starting to prove himself. And he's just entered into his prime. And it's going to last. The window is just opened. So you'll maximize the whole window here with Cameron Judge.
Producer Clark has told me that our next guest has logged in and he's watching from Florida. So hang on, Soaps. Brent Sopel joining us. He kind of factors into point 2 here. And before I get to that, from some of our viewers, here's the big news, Brent. 3 all-sports radio stations here in Canada whacked today and their staff not told. TSN Radio Hamilton, TSN Radio Winnipeg, TSN Radio Vancouver. Big stations. And I'm just trying to find the... Well, it's big news. Clark says he just gave one of these. It's really big news. I was looking for the comment from Alan Hordell. Can you put that up from Alan Hordell? It just slipped off the screen here. Yeah, wow, I'm totally in shock. This is not good for CFL rights holders getting axed. RP Show, DuPont Media, smartest move you ever made, Rod. Way to go, Bell. Screw the CFL. I had a guy, big city guy, say to me the other day, you know who it is, Rod, you play that hayseed farm kid role real well. And I said, yeah, works good on city slickers like you. Everybody's laughing. And he goes, you're forgetting that I'm from Winnipeg. I know guys like you. Tiger Williams said it. It's better to be a smart guy and act dumb, because that's rare, than be a dumb guy and act smart, because the world's full of those guys.
Smart like Fox.
Tiger, incredibly wealthy guy, acts like a raging maniac. It works. I got to fly through these.
It's good to be underestimated.
They'll underestimate you. Rod, you play that hayseed thing real good. Thanks for noticing. Anyways, my 5 NHL leftovers from last night brought to you by Tupperware. Are we going to get a sponsor for these? My 5 leftovers. 1, Mike Smith, 27 saves in his season debut and a win for the Oilers at Ottawa. Number 2, people are laughing at Patrick Laine's benching in Columbus. Hang on. Pierre-Luc Dubois hasn't played a game yet for Winnipeg. Paul Maurice might be benching him too right away. Point 3, Bravo Leafs. They're the number 1 team in the NHL. Number 4, what's with the blackouts when I've bought NHL Center Ice? You have not explained that adequately to me yet.
I know.
Just so you know, I bought NHL Center Ice for the first time in my life. Why am I not getting all the games? Do we still have Gary Bettman's phone number? And number 5, who goes first? Travis Green or Jim Benning, the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks or the GM of the Vancouver Canucks? What have they lost now? 5 in a row? They went 1-5 on this road trip.
Yeah.
So they've lost 5 in a row. and regulation. And Brent Sopel tweeted yesterday, that this team's quit on the GM, not the coach. As Chris Jones would say, don't get it twisted. And it really sent Vancouver into a tizzy when Sopel said that. So I want to get his take on that. Point 4, Raptors won last night, 128-113 at the Grindhouse in Memphis. Nick Nurse, the head coach, got kicked out of the game, and then the Raptors started playing. So interesting how that works.
I know.
Sometimes when the coach gets kicked out, the team sags. Last night, the team came alive. Point 5, did you see Gronk at Disney World? It was actually sad. There was nobody there. And he was playing lightsabers with a little kid that didn't even look engaged or interested. It's the one year they probably didn't need to go to Disney World. Point 6, I had written down blackouts again. Can somebody explain to me why I buy NHL Center Ice and can't get all the games? Nobody has adequately explained that to me yet. Our rock star of the day yesterday was Dave Hodge, by the way. The iconic Dave Hodge. And our poll question today. Sorry to put so many up fast and furious on you guys. Our poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center is this. Which Prairie team will have the best CFL free agency? Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatchewan, or Winnipeg? Do you want to take a stab at who's leading?
I saw it already.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders. So we got viewers checking in on the CFL free agency. I feel like we're only 2 hours, we're not even 2 hours into it. We're 1 hour and 14 minutes into free agency. Riders have been the most active team. They are leading the poll. That's why. They've signed the Johnson brothers, Johnson & Johnson. They're not actually related, but Micah Johnson and Evan Johnson. Rider GM Jeremy O'Day understands that you win football games in the trenches, and that's where they're putting their money. Who won the football game in the Super Bowl and why? Trench battle.
Yeah, I can get... Okay.
What?
I'm trying to understand the blackout thing for you.
You're going back.
So you can really understand it. Center ice gets you every game that you won't get in your current local market on television, right? You can get center ice to get everything else, but center ice won't give you the games that are already available in your market, okay? So if a game's in your market, you get it on TV. If it's not available on television, you can get it on center ice, okay? Does that make sense now? Anything that's available...
I wasn't listening.
I know. Everything that's available in your market, you get already on television.
You could tell in my eyes.
Yeah.
So you're saying if I'm not getting it on center ice, go to your cable and you'll probably have it.
You'll have it. Yep.
Okay. Wish I'd have known that last night.
Yep, you'll have it on cable.
Somebody has written it. I don't put up the comment from Kent Strachan. It'll take up half the screen here, but it's explained the blackout policy here.
Yeah.
Jeff in Calgary, the Stamps fan, says, what exactly does it mean to win free agency? I don't know, but it sounds good. Jeff DeTavio, he's in Winnipeg. Rod, what the heck is happening? Layoffs and cuts everywhere? Harsh business. Hashtag TSN 1290. Hashtag TSN. I'm telling you, companies that were just a flickering flame in the good times, COVID just blew them out. Fair? That's what it is.
Yep.
If you were smoke and mirrors in pre-pandemic, then you're done. COVID has finished you. Anyways, one more, and then I got to bring on Brent Sopel. I can't wait. From Craig Steen. He says, SaskTel Max told me Leafs Canucks was supposed to be on center ice. Issue between them and center ice. Heard it was on Access. They claim they're supposed to have all games that aren't on regular cable. Jets, Oilers, Flames, for us, and any other randomly nationally televised game. I'd have missed the whole damn first period if I was going to go through all of my channels, which I basically did. I was waiting for my wife to say, what are you doing? Can you just pick a channel and watch it? I'm trying to watch. Here's what she said the other night. Do the Oilers play every night? And I'm like, it seems like it. Yeah. And it also seems like their games are 7 hours long. Sometimes. So we're getting to the bottom of a lot of things here today. Brent Sopel next. I can't wait. Good Saskatoon lad. It is the RP Show. This has been the warm-up for the Four Seasons Sports Palace. And you're watching on Game Plus TV network across all 10 provinces and 31 states, as well as live daily on YouTube and Facebook. And listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Roughriders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
At Prairie Mobile, you can get the phone you want when you want. All smartphones are $0 every day. With convenient locations across Saskatchewan, Prairie Mobile, your SaskTel authorized dealer, has you covered. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. While the world seems to be facing one challenge after another, our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Building a deeper connection with our fans by putting them in the show. It's a new era of sports talk. The Rod Pedersen Show airs from 10 to noon, Monday to Friday on Facebook Live. Join the conversation today and tune in. Online, on your phone, at home, at work. Follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And subscribe on YouTube for all the content you want to watch. Don't wait, do it right now. Oh, yeah, he's back. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
It is. Welcome back, everybody. And I thank Brent Sopel for holding. I want to thank Roar Report, the Twitter account, tweeting this. Lots of CFL free agency coverage on Rod Pedersen Show. Telus Optic TV in BC, channel 924. We're airing all across British Columbia on the Game Plus TV network. And let's bring him in. Brent Sopel, man. I said I love this guy. There he is. Down in St. Pete today, brother? Is that where you are?
No, unfortunately, I came back to Chicago to visit my kids, so I had to leave the plus 30 weather to 0.
Yeah, to get out of the madness of Champa Bay, as Steven Stamkos said. But listen, Brent, before we get into all of that, I got to ask you about your tweet, man. When you tweeted that the Canucks have quit on the general manager, not the coach, did you expect that it would just go like wildfire across all of BC?
No, I didn't, and I wasn't trying to stir the pot. I was just, telling him the way I see it. As a GM, I was fine with not signing Markstrom. 8-year deal. He's in his third. I think he's 32 now. So I was fine with that. Bringing Holtby in, Demko, way he played, no problem at all. But you get rid of a heart and soul guy, a tandem in the back end, and everybody's up in arms on Myers. Well, Myers is now, when you get rid of a guy like that, you've got to expect more out of him. And that's like expecting me to go score goals. At the end of career, that wasn't happening. So they got rid of him. And then obviously, Foley. Now guys are playing out of their roles. So you got a 3-4 D-man is now playing a 1-2. So now you're asking him to play 3, 4, 5 extra minutes. This is where, when you don't do your job as a GM, you expect guys to do too much. And that's what's going on right now. And, obviously Tanev was a heart and soul guy. And those are the guys what keeps the team together. And now you take a look at their million, guys quitting on each other. And look what Green was doing last year. Look what they did. You don't turn off the coach in, I don't know how many months. I'm not very good at math. So, from going from the bubble to
3 or 4 months,
the start of the season. Yeah, you don't turn that off. So where is it coming from? Jim Benning did a terrible job. The team was trending in a great direction. As a, that's my team. They draft me. They gave me an opportunity, and he let that whole, I would say, he let all of Canada down, because all Canada, we want to see a Stanley Cup come back to Canada.
Yeah, and in Vancouver, which would be their worst or their first, and I see why it's a hurting fan base of the Vancouver Canucks. But here's the thing. This is why I want to talk to you. I usually think a GM has about 3 coaches he could fire, and I don't think Benning's through 3. Right? Like Travis Green, usually the GM will put the coach in front of the bullet before he gets the bullet. Right?
Oh,
absolutely. Right. How many coaches has Benning been through? I don't think he's been through 3, but do the Aquilinis look at this and do they realize what's going on here? Because I think somebody needs to be fired. And I saw Travis Green after the game last night. He was lost in the news conference, spaced out in his eyes. Like it's not him, but do the owners know that?
Well, the big question is, how much do the Aquilinis have their hands into it? That's the question. I'm great at what I did, played hockey, but I wasn't managing money. When an owner owns a team, let's go back to this weekend. Tom Brady, you win Super Bowls from the top up. The Crafts in New England, they run the team properly and all the way down. They let everybody do their job. I've heard that Aquilinis like to put their hands in it too much. Kind of the same thing that went on in Edmonton for all those years, drafting Yakupov, certain guys like that. So the question to me is, how much do Aquilinis really have their hands in this? I think it's too much.
That's scary. That's bringing your kid on stage for the draft. Scary. And that's what ownership is. That's what ownership's becoming in all of pro sport. Brent Sopel, by the way, 659 NHL games, a Stanley Cup champion in 29, and of course, warms my heart, Saskatoon Blades, Swift Current Broncos, which, by the way, you had mentioned to producer Clark you wanted to talk Junior. Are we going to stay on the NHL, or are we moving on to Junior? What else is on your mind?
Whatever you want. It's junior hockey. I just feel bad for the kids. They're talking about 24 games. Why can't they make 4 bubbles? Let's take the BC teams can be a bubble. The Alberta teams can be a bubble, Saskatchewan. Then you've got the 2 Manitoba, obviously Brandon, Winnipeg. We put them in the U.S. division in Spokane, Tri-Cities, Seattle. Make those a division. Make it a bubble. They all can stay in one hotel. They're all away from their families. So who's going to sacrifice in this? It's going to be the coaches and the trainers. But the game of hockey has changed. And really fighting, you're talking about with TSN, it's a business now. And these poor kids are suffering. The coaches would sacrifice, the trainers would sacrifice to play. There's too much money involved in the game on the lower levels. Make 4 bubbles. Everybody's doing school online. No problem. Go stay in a hotel for 6 or 7 months, because who's going to take on a kid as a billet family with everything going on? I know I would.
I know. But here's the thing. This is kind of what's happening. And I see that you're watching our story and you're liking our stuff. So you're seeing what's going on, right? Yeah. And the WHL people were very upset that a report leaked from Sportsnet last week Jeff Merrick was the guy that tweeted it, that there was going to be a bubble right here in Regina in the sweatpants capital, because they are working on it. But it was a premature report. And I think they don't want to tick off the health authorities. Have I read that right, Darren? Like, they don't want to have the top doctor look at this and go, I haven't approved this. It's off. You know, like, it's highly, highly, highly delicate. And Clark was saying that you said they're playing junior in Florida. Like, what's the hockey situation in Florida that's not NHL?
Yes, there's a league called the USHL, which is teams from Long Island, Boston, everywhere. They moved all the teams to Florida. So all the kids are playing, staying in a hotel. There's a rink with 3 ice surfaces, and they're playing all their games there. Again, exactly what I'm talking about right now. All the kids are doing their school online, so they have practice slots. They've got school slots, and they've got games every other day, every 2-3 days. So I agree. You got to be smart, and that's why I think the bubble in each place. You're not going to have fans. You keep the players together. Each team can have a floor. They can interact with each other, because right now, if you're staying in a billet family, you could come home. You got to go sit in your room. How big's your room in a billet family's house? I was there, not very big. It's a shoebox. You can't leave your room. You can go to the bathroom, you come back. Your food is sitting outside, out your door. They knock on the door. You got to open their door. What kind of lifestyle is that for the kids?
When you said, by the way, coaches and trainers, I think they're ready to come back. Yeah, they'll miss their kids, but it's been...
Their wives want them out faster than anybody.
It's like, go. And that's junior hockey in Western Canada. Darren mentioned the Q. Sunday night, the Cataract beat the Oceanic 5-2 in Shawinigan. In Halifax, the Eagles beat the Moosehead 6-4. In Sherbrooke, the Huskies beat the Phoenix 3-2. In Baie-Comeau, Quebec, the Remparts beat the Drakkar 5-2. So I don't know what it is out here in Western Canada, what the holdup is here. But I think, can you just speak to your fellow Canadians, Brent, in that? Because from what I hear with in Florida, and maybe Chicago too, but Florida specifically, they're rolling like there is no COVID. There's no lockdown. Is that right?
No. So there's never been a lockdown. Every single store is open. Every single restaurant, bars, everything is wide open. Nothing's been closed. Illinois, everything's been shut down. So the beaches are open. Super Bowl, the last week, it's been packed. Everybody's partying. Everybody's down here. You have to wear your mask in a grocery store like that or something. Or if you go to a restaurant, you walk into the table, take it off. But the bars are packed. New Year's, I was in the bar till 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing has changed down here. Here in the U.S., the death toll almost stayed the same as it did last year. It went up a little bit, but I'm not going to get into politics. We'll leave that alone.
No, it's smart. I tried it. Don't do it anymore. The last thing...
I think you said, you're smart, act stupid. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, right. The last time we had you on, you predicted a Chicago upset of the Oilers in the play-in round, and it happened. And you're like, there's still the Chicago Blackhawks here, right? There was still Corey Crawford and, all the guys, Kane and Taves, and it happened. What's your take on their start for them this year?
I got to go back after the GM, Stan Bowman kind of, he's left his team a little bit high and dry. You bring in 3 rookie goalies. Playing goalie in the NHL is tough. Now, if you want Subban as your next starter, you got to have a veteran guy that you got to bring in. So, obviously, with Jonathan Toews being out with what he is, Dotch being hurt again, I still think that was a bad draft pick. We'll leave that alone. They obviously can't outskill anybody. They've got to work hard. And you've got to try and bring some excitement to the game. The fans are what we play the game for. That's what brought the excitement. So they've played a little bit better, but it's going to be a long season for them. They don't have the depth with the top 2 centermen out, and it's a different team with those 3 goalies back there. You never know what you're getting.
Well, it's just so funny how people get spoiled, right? Because I've had a lot of friends that have worked with the Blackhawks. Rich Preston was a little before your time, but you probably know Rico. Yeah. And I've talked to Daryl Sutter about it. And like in the 90s in Chicago was not a great place to be. They weren't, right? No, it was bad. In the early 2000s, and you had the longest drought in the NHL going back to 1961. So you felt that when you showed up in 07, and then they win 3 Stanley Cups in a decade, and they're all pissed off that they're not in the Stanley Cup final every year. It's like it doesn't work like that.
Well, I think the problem I have with Stan Bowman and the management, just tell it the way it is. Listen, guys, we won 3 Stanley Cups in 6 years. Would you rather do that or we just be relevant every year? No, what? We gave up some great draft picks. You know, Philip Deneau, for an example, in Montreal, your number 1 centerman we gave up. You had some first-round picks. Guys, we gave up all these assets to win 3 Stanley Cups. So we got some contracts. We got to get some use. So I'd rather, have 3 Stanley Cups and be in a transition where we are now. Just be honest, be truthful. You wouldn't lose it. You maybe lose some fans because you're not winning, the bandwagon fans who sprain their ankle jumping on and off the bandwagon. But the real true fans will stick with you. And I think that here in Chicago, they've lost a lot of fans because they're not honest. And then now Stan Bowman comes out the way he did, saying we're going to rebuild when you didn't have a conversation with Kane and Taves, your 2 guys that got you these Stanley Cups. That's fine. Just be honest. Tell the spade the way it is. And everybody would have been a heck of a lot happier.
I love it. Man, we covered a lot of ground today. And but here, the fans want both. They want the Stanley Cups and be relevant. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. No. I know that. Right? But that's why GMs don't want to say rebuild, because fans just fold their tents like, we'll see you when the rebuild's done. And it doesn't.
But,
yeah.
No, I agree with you completely. But when you have 3 Stanley Cups to measure up, it's not the St. Louis Blues where you have 1. Look at St. Louis Blues. They came in the league in, was it 76, something like that? They went to the finals 2 straight years.
67.
Sorry, I'm dyslexic. So
there you go. Right.
But they went to the Stanley Cup 2 years in a row and never got back there till they won. So here in Chicago, you have 3. People put the word dynasty behind it. So if you explain that to fans that way, like they had an open gate ticket for them to keep the fans. I agree with you. Fans are like women. They want their cake, they want to eat it too.
They want it all. It doesn't work that way. All right, Brent, we covered a lot of ground. Always great to see your smiling face. I'm glad it's going great. Keep in touch, my man. And by the way, it's minus 56 today here, I think. So enjoy your life choices. You've made some good ones.
Keep doing the great work. Love watching.
Thank you, buddy. Brent Sopel.
Fans are like women. Is that what I took at the end of it? I love it.
I'm moving on.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
I said one time, calling a game on the radio, I said, turnovers are like ex-wives. The more you have, the more they hurt you and the more they cost you. And I got called into a meeting the next day. You can't say that. But it's true. Can't say that. So I don't want to get Brent Sopel in trouble. That's all.
All right. No, of course not. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I love analogies, right? That's why.
Oh, yeah, you totally.
That's why I picked up on it.
It is so hot under these. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
But holy smokes, I'm melting into a puddle here. Everybody, the first ever Kinsman Telemiracle 50/50 is online and live now. You see the jackpot growing. We're close to $100,000, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a $30,000 weekend here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saskatchewan, for coming to the table here, coming to the party for Telemiracle. You can imagine the challenges that COVID has caused the Kinsman Telemiracle. The Kinsman Foundation, if you don't know, is helping people every day improve their quality of life and independence through gifts of mobility, equipment, and medical travel assistance. If you've lived in this province for any period of time, you'll know somebody who has benefited from the Kinsman Foundation. Well, the funds are raised through the Telemiracle. Well, we're asking you to purchase tickets on a 50/50 raffle. You have to be 19 years of age or over and physically in Saskatchewan, but you can purchase your tickets at telemiracle5050.ca. It's 1 ticket for $20, 5 tickets for $50, 20 tickets for $100, or 100 tickets for $250. The draw will be made Friday, February 26th, and the winner will be announced on February 27th at the start of Telemiracle 45. Help somebody out within our province by purchasing your tickets to the Kinsman Telemiracle 50/50. We've got a sports update coming back and the latest on CFL free agency and massive bloodshed, I'll say, in sports media in Canada just today. It's an emerging story. You're watching the RP Show on Game Plus TV Network, Facebook and YouTube Live, and listen live for Suds Full Service Car Wash at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
IKS Live. IKS Live. Western Canada's premier production services company. LED sign rentals. Video production. Event management. Look no further than IKS Live. Visit our website. IKS Live. Always the best seat in the house. IKS Live.
We started Suds Car Wash in 2003.
There's a bit of us in every part of the business. I've been working here since I was about 10 years old. Hard to believe it's been 12 years since. Working with my family has been great. My mom and dad have taught us the importance of hard work. I've been here since I was 10 years old, and my dad has taught me a lot about quality work.
From all of us at Suds Car Wash, we make your car shine.
There's something for everyone at the Mad Greek Eatery. Delicious Greek dishes, pizza, lasagna, pastas, soups, salads, and much more. The Mad Greek Eatery brings the best authentic Greek cuisine right to you. Available for licensed dining, events, delivery, and takeout. For the best taste and huge portions, there is only one place. Visit the Mad Greek Eatery, downtown Moose Jaw. Call for takeout and delivery today.
Look like the pros. Shop Ultimate Fan Zone. NHL, NFL, MLB, CFL, NBA, and more. We have something for every sports fan. Autographed jerseys, prints, jersey stitching, custom framing, and collectibles. UFC is your one-stop sports store offering fans official team gear. Check out Saskatchewan's Man Cave Corner on River and Main, downtown Moose Jaw, or visit us online at ultimatefanzone.ca. Built by fans for the fans.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Roughriders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the topic of the day. And damn you, Bell. They've usurped the headlines today on CFL free agency. I'm not joking.
No, they've taken over. Oh, yeah.
From the 290, Scott texting in, CFL talk is becoming tiresome with no light at the end of the tunnel. Zzz, like falling asleep. Maybe tiresome for you, and believe me, my hockey buddies, which is the world that I come from, say, why are you talking so much CFL, man? Nobody wants to hear it. And I'm like, well, I think they're going to play. It affects a lot of people. Those were a lot of my friends, but it's that double-edged sword, Darren. Hockey is still going. It's a hockey country, and the guy's saying, why are you talking about it, this guy? It's not boring to me. And maybe you're just waking up to what this show's been. This is episode number 417. I talk about what I care about. There's a lot of people that like it. Yeah. And today, it's CFL free agency, and then Bell goes and whacks hundreds of jobs across the country in their sports radio division. And right at the time the CFL market opened for free agency, they slammed the doors shut on 3 radio stations in Hamilton, Winnipeg, and Vancouver and kicked everybody out. What does that say about corporate culture and Bell? I mean, they're getting slammed, but Rogers did it last year. It's not just Bell.
One look at it is, you're going in for off-season toe surgery like Patrick Mahomes.
And they cut off the leg.
And they're like, well, your knee also needs to get done, the hip needs to get done, your elbow needs to get done. Like, I know, but that's really going to suck. Yeah, but do it all at once while it's going to be bad anyway. So you've already got a bunch of bad pub. How much worse can it get? They're going back and they're being like, okay, guys, it doesn't get worse. So we have an opportunity here to put all this other decisions we have to make into the bad pub and try and get out of this all at once. So that I see, but it's cold, just the way you deal with it. It's cold.
Well, can I say this? And teams deal with their staff the same way. Cold.
Oh, yeah.
So we're dealing with them the same way. So if I look a little cold in how I deal with corporate teams and corporations, how's it feel? So anyways, let's go to the sports update, okay?
Yeah.
And this is leading off the sports update. Bell is dumping an all-sports format at 3 of its radio stations in Canada. The company says TSN 1040 in Vancouver, TSN 1290 in Winnipeg, and TSN 1150 in Hamilton will no longer be all-sports stations. The Vancouver and Winnipeg websites for the radio stations do not specify what the new format will be, while the site in Hamilton says 1150 AM will become a BNN Bloomberg station covering business, innovation, technology, and sports. Who the hell wants to listen to that? I put on the business news channel on TV when I want to have a nap. Just saying. In Vancouver, the morning show cut away during a commercial break today before it was announced that the station would be reprogrammed as of Friday. The news was followed by Green Day's Good Riddance before the airwaves turned to music. Yeah, shouldn't it be Hope You Had the Time of Your Life?
That's the song. Same song.
Oh.
Same song.
Sorry.
But cliche and like...
Hope you had the time of it. So it's a tearjerker.
Oh, yeah. But
okay.
No lead up to it.
Take this job and shove it. That's what they should have played.
Yeah.
By Johnny Paycheck.
Yes.
I ain't working here no more. Bell still has TSN radio stations in Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, and Edmonton. And as I said, those are the stations that make money. The stations that don't make money were whacked today. A Chorus radio station got the rights to Winnipeg Jets games last year, while a Rogers station has Vancouver Canucks rights. 2 games on the NHL's North Division schedule tonight. The Ottawa Senators and Edmonton Oilers kick things off in the nation's capital. Edmonton beat Ottawa 3-1 in the series opener last night. Later, the Flames entertain the Winnipeg Jets. Day off for the Raptors. Toronto won for the 4th time in 5 games last night, down in the Memphis Grizzlies. The Raptors continue their road swing tomorrow night in Washington against the Wizards. 7 games are on tonight's NBA slate. Are you following the NBA at all?
No.
Who's the guy with the Wizards? Bradley Beal? That guy's a stud. As they say, he be ballin'.
Yeah.
You watch the Raptors and the Wizards tomorrow night. This guy, Bradley Beal, he's a stud. I love him. He's my new favorite NBA player. And he's on a crappy Washington team. How can they be so bad for so long?
For so long. And never a light at the end of that tunnel.
I forgot their team name the other day. I think you were here.
I know.
I called them the Bullets.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And other people call them the Generals.
Longtime NFL coach Marty Schottenheimer has died. He was 77. Schottenheimer won 200 regular season games with 4 NFL teams thanks to his Marty Ball brand of smash mouth football, but regularly fell short in the playoffs. He was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2014. He was moved to a hospice on January 30th. This sports update for the Tap Brewhouse and Drive-Thru Liquor Store, corner of Rochdale and Pasqua. And for Ben Cahoon's G2G protein bars, now with 8 amazing flavors, including the new Almond Mocha. RP Show viewers get 20% off with a promo code RP Show. Order yours now at g2gbars.ca. So that's the sports update. Maybe you guys tell me when we can take a commercial break, but we haven't done a face-off yet this week for the Ultimate Fan Zone and the Mad Greek. So I got to keep talking for 3 minutes. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Oh, that's easy. Maybe we'll do it now. How about that? The face-off for the Ultimate Fan Zone and the Mad Greek Restaurant. Who's winning free agency? I don't even need to open up my Twitter or my Facebook to see who's winning the poll because the Riders are running away with it. And they were teasing and hinting last week that just wait. Yeah, we're losing Charleston. Yeah, this. Wait till next week. Well, here they are. And they got Johnson & Johnson, Evan Johnson, Micah Johnson, Larry Dean, the Herdman Reed twins. There's more coming. I had a text here today. Hang on. And I haven't even seen, I've been on the air. I haven't seen any news releases or Twitter. Godfrey Anyaka is another name.
Right.
Are you going to fight me? I don't know how you could fight me and say any other teams won free agency today.
Oh, I'm trying to pull up the 3 down article, but Montreal's done pretty good. They signed Nick Usher out of Vegas.
That's true. Almondo Sewell.
And Almondo Sewell.
Natea J.
Right. So I'm going to go with the Alouettes.
Wow.
I think the Alouettes are winning free agency. And that's not to discount. I mean, I haven't really heard much from the Argos today.
John White they've signed.
They won the lead up to free agency. Toronto did. They took care of business. But I'm going with the Alouettes. I think the Alouettes are winning free agency today. I really do.
How about that?
How about that?
The Ultimate Fan Zone, where did you put it? Is your one-stop shop for the sports fans on your list. Memorabilia, collectibles, licensed team apparel, and more. Visit the Man Cave, downtown Moose Jaw, or find them on Facebook and Instagram at Ultimate Fan Zone Moose Jaw. And for the Mad Greek face-off, he's good. He's good. The Mad Greek is in Moose Jaw, is available for licensed dining, takeout, or delivery. Their owner, Johnny Atreides, was named Moose Jaw's Citizen of the Year the other day.
Yeah, I saw.
Head to the madgreekeatery.com for more information. Love us some Ultimate Fan Zone and Mad Greek. Viewer takeovers next, and I predict it's going to get spicy. This is the RP Show on Game Plus TV network across all 10 provinces in 31 states. Live daily on YouTube and Facebook, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Direct West provides us with stats and analytics, and it's amazing for us to look and see that, each year we're 10 to 20% higher on our Google leads. It's great to see the success that our locations are having. The Direct West app gives us an opportunity to be in one place for people to find any of our locations or our commodities. Without Direct West, we would have to be in multiple digital places. I would recommend Direct West. They're great to work with.
It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC. We continue to follow strict COVID-19 guidelines, but we've also made it easier than ever to skip the showroom and shop online. Trade up to an all-new 2021 GMC Yukon, Sierra, or Buick Encore GX and get super low payments and super high trade-in values all month long. Plus, shop online or in-store and shop worry-free with our great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. It's time to trade and upgrade at Capital GMC in Regina.
An original 16 to fit your active lifestyle. Introducing Original 16 Canadian Ultra Lager. Just 80 calories and 2.5% alcohol. Taste without compromise.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar Buying Group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Introducing Original 16 Hard Seltzer. The refreshing taste of delicious peach with vodka made in Saskatchewan. New hard seltzers from Original 16.
Bronco Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Regina and surrounding areas since 1978. We are excited to announce the new Bryant Furnace Trade-in Allowance Program. If you have a working Bryant furnace, 15 years old or less, you may be eligible to receive a new furnace at a discounted rate. If you'd like to take advantage of the Bryant Trade-in Program, or to hear how we can help improve your home, give us a call today at 306-781-2090.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience. Find us at DDG.
You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's Viewer Takeover. Dupes is with me. We've got most of the business out of the way. We've covered Telemiracle. We've covered the face-off. I think that's all we got to do. So you decide what we talk about here right now. That's what's fun with this show. The comment here from John Ohm in Winnipeg. Wow, still in shock. No more TSN 1290 Winnipeg. Jeff in Winnipeg says we had a lot of good people on TSN 1290. Hopefully it's a blessing in disguise for those who lost their jobs. Well, it won't look like that for them right now, but I'm sure it will be. Randolph Zora says the RP show is the poster boy of why you should be your own boss. Are we the poster boys?
No.
We're not? I thought we were.
I don't want to be giving out that advice into the world. Of be your own boss.
No?
No. I think that's not a good idea.
It's working out great for us.
Okay. Yes, it's working out really great for us. And it's not wanting competition, but 90% of people can't be their own boss, and it would be disastrous for them to try.
Oh.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Sometimes you're meant to be a number 2 or a number 3. Right? And you can make way more money being a number 2 or a number 3 than you can being your own boss sometimes, right?
But it's nice not having to answer to anybody. That's what I like about it.
Wonderful not having to answer to anybody. But you look at all these media personalities, and they're all really talented, but they can't all just go start their own show and make a living. That's a hard thing to do.
Many have tried.
Many have tried. It's very difficult. So I think the biggest thing right now for all of them is self-awareness is so key. What are you actually good at? Like, really look inside of what you're good at, what your strengths are, and what you need, right, and where you're at, and make decisions accordingly. Not everybody can be their own boss, and that's okay, but it is working out pretty well for us.
Those are some of the comments that have come in from our viewers here. There are more. I guess we'll save the CFL talk for the days ahead. Ivan Diablo says the Argos still need a quarterback. I don't agree. Obviously, I'm the biggest fan of Nick Arbuckle this side of Thunder Bay, other than maybe some people in the Calgary organization. But I guess today isn't a day for CFL free agency. I wanted it to be, and I'll say it again. Nice partners, Bell, you are of the CFL. Right when CFL free agency opens, you just give a big crap burger to sports media in the country. Like, what? Nice planning there.
Mm-hmm.
We got, from Clark, Argos assistant GM John Murphy joins us on the show tomorrow. Some people have said the Argos haven't done enough. It's like, have you been watched? They didn't do enough today. Right now, the Riders are winning free agency, and that's the poll question for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Who's winning? Which Prairie team will win free agency? And everybody's voting for the Rough Riders. And Nelson wrote in earlier, our VP of Sim Events, and he said, nice that everybody loves J.O. now, Jeremy O'Day. Last week, they were dumping all over him. Well, welcome to Rider Nation, man. What did we say last week? Can't you take a little criticism with Charleston Hughes being dumped? Whatever. I'd like to think they're okay with it. I mean, if you can't take a little criticism, get out of public life. Don't work in sports and media or whatever, politics.
Yeah.
What else do you got over there?
Lots.
Wow. Clark has just told me in my ear, Edmonton has signed James Wilder Jr. How about that? Who saw that coming? We've also got the Calgary Stampeders have signed Canadian quarterback Michael O'Connor. But here's the, you know what? I'm glad that people brought in the thing about the Argos need a quarterback. You all remember, you people will remember when the Riders traded Darian Durant away in February of 2017. I was on the air at the Brand Center before a Pats game doing the sports cage. I had John Murphy on. He's sitting right at the table with me. He's like, if I can't find a quarterback, it's February. Don't worry about it. You see how they think versus how the fan base thinks.
Right.
Now, having said that, they signed a bunch of quarterbacks, brought in Kevin Glenn, and he incidentally led him to within a play of the Grey Cup. Kevin could still get it done. But the point is, maybe Kevin Glenn will come out of retirement. I'm joking. But the Argos aren't worried. Fair?
Fair.
Maybe we'll ask Murph that tomorrow.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, there's no reason for them to be worried. I get that, but yeah. Wow.
Oh, come on. Listen,
Wild day. What do you got?
Ivan on YouTube. Good guy, Argo fan, but he's like, Brandon Bridge is a better quarterback than Nick Arbuckle.
Excuse you?
Why did I pass gas? He was saying that they need to go after Brandon Bridge. Listen, Brandon Bridge left the CFL to become a cop, okay, in the Peel division of Southern Ontario. I think it's the most populous area of the country. What did he say? He wanted a guaranteed paycheck. He wanted security, none of which what the CFL is. So just move off the Brandon Bridge thing. I'm not having it. Jeff in Calgary says Calgary wins free agency every year, guys. No, they don't, Jeff. They just win the Grey Cup more often than not. You can't win everything. Give us something.
They usually don't make moves in free agency, I thought.
They don't. That's the point. They'll win free agency and you know that. You're just stirring it up. 1 minute. That's it. John Ohm in Winnipeg says, great timing, Rod? Makes you wonder, Bell Media. Nobody's sitting here celebrating that 3 all-sports radio stations went down, 3 stations that I was regularly on. I mean, it's brutal. It's another avenue for me that's gone. People lost their jobs here. It's awful. So, great timing. I saw where this was going, and people are texting me now going, oh, you called this. Yeah, we all did. I didn't think it was that hard to see coming.
It's totally true.
Dang COVID. So anyways, digital's the way to go. Game Plus TV network as well. This stupid thing is not working, Clark. We got Murph and who else tomorrow? We'll talk about it after. We'll keep you in suspense until tomorrow. We'll see you at noon Eastern right here on Game Plus, as well as your favorite digital platform. Who has more fun than us?